Renaud, thanks for joining us. We just watched that kick on the weekend. Talk us through it step by step.
Yeah, obviously scored in the corner there and the crowd was going crazy. It was so loud. So I knew I had to just, get away from the group for a moment there, compose myself and just go through the routine. I've been through it a number of times throughout practice and, good to put it into practice and see it go through the post.
Who made the decision for you to take it?
Walshy missed that one from beside the post, so he was pretty fatigued at the time, so I was pretty confident. I was hitting them nice in the warm-up, so I was more than happy to take it. Good on him to pass it on. I think as a young kid and a bright future, you want those moments in your hands, and for him to be honest and say that he wasn't feeling the best at that stage and hand it over was, credit to him.
Hey Adam, it's Dean Ritchie. The truth, did you have a fleeting thought of that kick in 21 that you missed when you lined this one up to try to give yourself some sort of personal redemption?
Not really. I think, you learn from those mistakes in the past and, I started this one a bit more straighter. I remember listening to some commentary about when you do get in those moments and the heart's pumping and, the kick doesn't usually bend or curve as much as it usually does. So, I've practiced those moments over and over again since that happened. And, I knew if I got my shot again, I'd put my hand up and have the confidence to take it.
Renaud, Paul Crawley here, mate. We've talked about it all season. Take us back to pre-season. How hard was it? Like, you were under Madge at South, so you knew what to expect. Do you think your pre-season this year, firstly, caught a few of your teammates by surprise? And secondly, when we look at the last 2 weeks, mate, and the fact that you guys have come back from 14 points in both those finals matches, do you think it's come home to roost now?
Yeah, well, I think pre-season set you up for the back end of the season, and the evidence is there, obviously, through the last couple of weeks of football. The boys have been storming home strongly. I haven't been out there for all of the games, but last couple of rounds, the first final against Canberra and again on the weekend. Pre-seasons are always tough, no matter who the coach is.
Was it tougher than usual?
For, the old days and whatnot. But I believe in tough pre-seasons set you up for a great season. So I knew it was coming. Unfortunately for my teammates, they just heard and didn't know what to expect. But look, everyone bought in and reaping the rewards now.
Hey Adam, it's Gordy. How much confidence did that win over Melbourne a couple of weeks ago give you? Not too many sides have a good record against Melbourne, but did that give you guys a bit of confidence for this Sunday?
Yeah, Gordy, I think everyone gets a lot of belief out of that game. They had a lot of ball against us that night as well, and defence was at the forefront of the reason why we got the victory. So no doubt we're going to need to call upon that defence. Come Sunday, I thought our defence on the weekend against Penrith was magnificent. Turned them away a number of times on our try line, and to go up the other end and score some points off the back of that's always rewarding. But we certainly need to be a lot better defensively Sunday. We know they're going to throw a lot at us. They've got some big game players and blokes that love the big stage.
Renaud, when you're at South, I would imagine that Sam Burgess was the best forward that you played with. Where do you rate Payne Haas now, given the form he's in?
Yeah, he's right up there amongst the best. It's unbelievable what Payne does on a field. The engine that he's got, he keeps motoring no matter what you need from him. He's always there to put his hand up and get the job done. And it's not just that stuff that you see, the hit-ups, the making the tackles and whatnot. It's the effort areas that he, the kick chase, pressuring the kickers, diving on loose balls that go in the end zone off a kick. Front rowers just don't do that. So to see him continually turn up in places that he shouldn't be in, it's quite inspiring to his teammates.
Hey, Reno, big Stefano Utoikamanu had something to say. I don't know whether players watch the media these days, but who was he talking about? Was it Big Payno? Because that's going to be a mouth-watering clash if he was.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I thought they were good mates in Origin. So, look, it all goes out the window. Obviously, both teams will be doing their best to put each other off. And whether that's just, games early on in the week, I'm not too sure. But from all reports, he's a good fella. But yeah, come game day, there's no friends out there.
Adam, I want to ask you about Reece Walsh. His form over the back end of the season, it's gone from being a little bit rocks and diamonds. He played that game against Melbourne and he basically didn't make a mistake. And ever since, he seems to have grown in belief. But on the weekend, the Panthers did such a great job minimising his impact until that one moment where it was like he bit on the mouth guard, he pinned his ears back, he ran through 3 defenders and got that miracle pass away. It was such a courageous and tough play. Talk about what sort of bloke this guy is.
Yeah, he's special. He keeps delivering for us, Walshy. Look, he's such a threat with the ball. We all know that. We see all the spectacular things that he does. For me, it's the little things he does, organising our D-line. I mean, his kicking game's probably up there with the best. He's just in some rare form at the moment. So anytime we can sort of get him into the game and, get the opposition moving backwards on the heels, he's going to be a threat. But yeah, obviously, these tougher games, it's harder to break the opposition down. I mean, Penrith are a fantastic defensive unit and we knew it was going to be tough to crack them. So, we needed to keep throwing different things at them and keep giving them different looks. And credit to Walshy, he stuck at it and, didn't go away from what was working.
Speaking of opposition, the Melbourne Storm this week, Reno, their spine were on fire on the weekend. Where's their biggest threat come from and how do you stop it?
Yeah, I think their spine. I mean, Harry Grant's arguably the best hooker in the game. Cameron Munster's the best big player in the game. Jerome Hughes, unbelievable, coming off a magnificent season. They got strike right across the park. Pappenhausen, I forgot about him. But look, they've got strike right across the park. Their forward pack's elite. Their outside back's big and strong, and a world-class spine. So, they've got all the makings of a great team. I believe we do as well. It makes for a great game on Sunday.
Reno, you came back from 14-0 down in week 1 against the Raiders. 14 points down, rather. 14 points down again in the prelim. Gee, I reckon if you go 14 down again this week, you might not have that same luxury of being able to come back. Is there a factor there that you have to fix and fix quickly?
Not necessarily. I believe in the team we've got, the belief we've got in amongst each other. We think, the game's not over until it's over. And we've showed that over the past couple of weeks, albeit we don't want to be down by 14 or 16 or whatever it may be. It's handy going through those moments, knowing that we can come back and get the job done. But certainly we need to be at our best, obviously against the Melbourne Storm. They're red hot. They've been and played in big games and no doubt, have the experience there. So we need to start a bit faster this weekend, get into our groove a bit earlier and hopefully, get some points on the board first.
Good on you, Adam. Congratulations on last week's game and that moment and getting to the grand final. We appreciate you coming on the show grand final week and good luck this weekend.
No worries. Cheers, fellas.